What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon. I am back with you for another episode of Dolphins with Dillon. So I got some things to update you on. I also have Adam Gase and Ryan Tannehill's press conferences that were done today, so I'll get you those. So getting right into it, let's see. First and foremost, to update you on all these roster moves and stuff that have gone on. William Hayes is officially on IR. Tanner McAvoy was cut. Montrell Spate was added to the roster. He's a linebacker because Chase Allen is currently a little banged up with a foot injury, but it's not believed to be serious, so he should be all right. I don't know if he's how much he's going to play or anything like that, but he should be all right. He may, just need a little time to heal up, but they brought in Montrell Spate. He is on the 53. They have also upgraded Jonathan Woodard from the practice squad, put him onto the active 53, so he will most likely be thrown into that rotation there at defensive end, which is good. He made some good plays for us in the preseason and stuff like that. He's been with us for a while. He knows the scheme, so that's good. And so he should be able to figure into that rotation, make it a little bit better, for our defensive line. It looks like Cameron Wake, he did not practice today because apparently he has a knee injury, but it's supposed to be minor, really minor, nothing serious. He's probably just a little sore is all, or whatever. Everybody gets banged up, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about it till it becomes a thing, but he is expected to play. Rashad Jones was limited in practice today, but he did practice. So far up to this point, we do expect him to play. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. They did add defensive end Cameron Malveaux to the practice squad, so we're beefing that up a little bit as well, just in case. And then they also added defensive end Jeremiah Valuega to the practice squad. I'm not really sure who that is. We'll get more information as that comes out. Let's see. What else? It looks like Danny Amendola didn't practice, but he just gets his normal veteran day off. Let's see. And besides that, it looks like, AJ Derby didn't practice. He's got a foot injury, but that's supposed to be pretty minor as well. We also added, Nick O'Leary recently to the practice squad too, tight end. So, as far as, health goes, we're looking okay. Obviously we're a little banged up. We lost William Hayes for the year. That sucks. Andre Branch is expected to be out for the next couple weeks. But then we'll obviously strengthen our defensive line again once he comes back. That'll be a boost for us when he comes back. But overall, we're looking pretty healthy, which is good because we're going to need, as much firepower on both sides of the ball as we possibly can. So we'll have to wait and see how things turn out on Sunday. Who the inactives are going to be, and how the injury report plays out between now and then. But so far, right now at this point, it's looking pretty solid, and it shouldn't be any huge major deal going into our matchup. A couple interesting things though from the Patriots. They actually have put Rex Burkhead and one of their linebackers on injured reserve. I think it was just a backup linebacker, but they put Jawan Bentley, linebacker Jawan Bentley. So Rex Burkhead and Jawan Bentley have been placed on IR, so that takes away for sure. Rex Burkhead takes away a weapon for that offense, that Patriots offense, and they're already really thin, and not really producing right now. So that helps us. Hopefully, there hasn't been any official word yet whether Josh Gordon will play. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he's not ready to play yet. That would be great. Obviously they're going to be without wide receiver Julian Edelman because he's still going to be suspended for this game. If they can double team Gronk, then I'm pretty sure, especially if we get Rashad Jones back, then I'm pretty sure we'll be all right. But like I said, we'll have to obviously wait and see how that goes. I can't wait for this game. I'm so pumped up. I'm just ready. I'm ready for it to be here. But anyway, so that's all I really got for you guys from my end. I'm gonna go ahead and let you get to these interviews. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy my show. If you do, subscribe to it. If you want to get notifications, hit the bell, hit the like button. Share it with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, concerns, and also, follow me on Twitter. I have my Twitter handle on the end screen for you, so go ahead and follow me there. And with that said, I'll see you guys soon, and fins up.
Hopefully I'm better in a lot of areas. I constantly working the details of playing the position, so hopefully I'm better in a lot of areas. But yeah, I would agree. I think I'm a little better in pocket movement, and we work a lot of drills. Dal and Bo design a. Is this thing on? Dal and Bo design a lot of drills for us. Work on our pocket movement, ball security, and being able to keep our eyes downfield, feel the rush around us, and create our target line in front of our target so we're accurate with the football. So they do a great job of preparing us and putting us in drill work that prepares us for the game.
Ron, now that you've worked with Danny throughout the offseason, regular season, can you see what Brady saw in him as far as it's almost like he's always in the right spot? He's kind of a safety fishing for you.
Yeah, Danny's made some big plays for us. You look at some of the plays he made last game. That one he made similar to the one in the Jets game where he's about to get take a big hit and comes down with a big time catch for us in a tight window. So he always seems to have a knack of finding a space to get open. Has a great feel for that, whether it's on those crossing routes or underneath. We have a lot of confidence in him and his ability to get open.
Not many quarterbacks have the advantage of three receivers with afterburners out like you do. How big an advantage is that to the offense that those guys can just kick into the fifth gear?
Yeah, it's huge. When you have that much speed on the field and you can spread them out in all different sides. They can't isolate one guy or the other. You have to really play all of them, and it's tough to do when you have that much speed on the field.
It seems like every time Danny makes a catch, he's about to get nailed or something like that. What value do you place in a guy who's seems unafraid of whatever comes across the middle?
It's huge. To be able to have the confidence and the bravery. I don't know the politically correct word to use here. In order to just stand in there and make those catches in tight windows, knowing that you're going to take some punishment afterwards is huge. Some guys can't do it, but you look at Danny, a guy who's done it for his whole career and continues to do it. So yeah, it's awesome to have, and you hopefully as a quarterback, I don't want to put him in those positions too often where he is taking those hits. That's on me. But it is nice to have a guy who's willing to sacrifice and make those tight window catches, because it definitely keeps the chains moving for us.
Ryan, I think the Patriots have the best home record over the last 15 years or so. I mean, what's so tough about going to Foxborough and playing them?
Well, they play well there. I think that's something they kind of hung their hat on for a long time, is playing well at home. That's what we want to do here, right? Is you want to play well at home and obviously play well on the road too, but we want to have that home field advantage. So I think that's something they've done a good job of. We've had our opportunities up there. We've had put halves of football together up there, but haven't played a full game. So that's going to be big emphasis for us this week is to go up and play a full 4 quarters.
Ryan, you've played against some of the top cornerbacks in the league. How would you put Xavier in that group at this point? Has he reached that elite level in your mind?
I'm not big on ranking guys, but he is playing at a really high level. Really excited about the way he's playing. You saw it in camp, him build his confidence as camp went on, started making more and more plays. He's so long. He judges the ball extremely well, has great hands, so he's made some big plays for us. That one in the corner of the end zone at the end of the game there was huge. A tough catch through contact. You look at the one last week on the post route in the back of the end zone. To have the savvy to get his feet down in the back of the end zone was huge. So you see him taking these big steps on not only being physical at the line, but then understanding concepts and then making plays on the football. So yeah, he's a well-rounded player right now.
What have you learned playing against Belichick defenses in your career?
I have a ton of respect for their defense up there. They do a good job of playing their game, but then also throwing in something that you haven't seen before that you're not really prepared for. They do a good job of mixing it up. You never really know what it's going to be. A little curveball that they're going to throw your way, and you have to be able to adjust. That's what it comes down to. Is on offense we have to adjust better than they do on defense. So whatever that curveball is, we have to be ready to adjust to it.
Ryan, you talked about opportunities. It's a unique one this week. You guys had a chance with the win Patriots. Do you sense any extra motivation, extra focus this week with that kind of unique opportunity?
I don't think that reason plays into it. I think we're on a climb here. We're on a steady progression of taking it one game at a time. This is the next game. Obviously, a division game on the road is a big game for us, but we need to be wired in no matter who we're playing or no matter what situation is. So, yeah, we just have to keep staying the course. Like I've said the past few weeks, is we're on the right course. We just have to stay that course, keep pressing the envelope, and take advantage of the opportunities that come our way.
But given their obviously their history of success, is this a kind of a measuring stick for this team?
I don't know. It's early in the season. We're in week 4, so I don't know measuring stick or anything like that. Obviously I have a ton of respect for New England and what they've done, what kind of team they are. So big opportunity for us to go up there and play well.
We've asked you how different you've been since 2016 when you last played. Have you seen anything different from Coach Gase since last time you were with him?
Yeah, we're all constantly evolving, growing as people, as players, as coaches. If you're not getting better, then you're wasting your time. So he's grown as a play caller. He's grown as a head coach. Just the whole picture and everything that it involves. Yeah, it's been great to be around him and see him progress as a head coach.
Where would you say you guys' cohesion is at this point?
We're great. I was excited. When he came in and we kind of got together, I kind of immediately hit it off with him and knew we were going to be in a good spot. And it's just been a steady progression along the way, and really excited about where we're at.
Are you surprised? I'm trying to think of a way to ask this. At some of the roughing and the passer calls that have been called, they look like maybe clean instead of flagged. What's your reaction to the 34 have been called this far this young season?
Yeah, I've seen a few that are tough. I think it's a tough situation as a defender to be put in. I understand what they're doing, trying to protect quarterbacks, and I've been on the receiving end of a few of those where you appreciate them trying to take care of you a little bit, but I do see the conflict that it puts the defender in. On you're coming off of a block, you're coming full speed, and then try to make the adjustment last second. It's tough. So I don't have the answer for you or what the right answer is on either side, but I understand what the NFL is trying to do, and I understand the predicament that the defense is in as they're rushing the quarterback. So it's a tough situation.
And you see when they try to put on the brakes last minute, like what happened with William Hayes. He tries to avoid a flag.
Yeah, it's tough. Like I said, you're rushing full speed, you're coming off the block, you're off balance, and then you're trying to turn your body weight one way or the other. It's one thing when it's a clean run and you have the ability to change your angle or hit on a side or something like that, but there's going to be situations where the defender's coming off a block and kind of is what it is. So it's a fine line. The officials are doing the best they can on officiating it as it's written, and that's where we're at right now.
Ryan, the two fourth quarter touchdowns on the big plays, the one trick play and then the sweep. I realize it's part of the whole picture of the offense on Sunday. Outside of those two plays, how did the offense play in your opinion?
I thought we took a step forward. I thought we did some good things. Obviously, penalties hurt us. Penalties hurt us big time. I think we had 4 drives that were basically stopped by penalties. Had the third down going in the red zone. We got a pass interference call, which was tough. Started off a drive with a pass interference call, and then I think 2 holding calls on top of that. So really 4 times we were stopped by penalties, and I think we only had 11 drives and scored on the 4 other ones. So we did some good things, but we have to eliminate those penalties. Whether it's technique or the way we're doing things, we have to find a way to eliminate these penalties, be efficient on first and second down, and then being manageable on third situations. When we're in third and long, you're in third and 9, 10, it's going to be tough to convert those. You can't consistently convert. You're going to convert one occasionally, but you want to be in third and 6 or less and have a good shot at converting a lot of those.
Brian, how would you describe your guys' season up to now?
We're on the right track. I said this after the game. We've kind of established the right patterns that we want to, the right practices that are going to take us to where we want to go. But we're 3 games in. There's a lot of football. It really doesn't mean anything at this point. We just have to stay true to the path that we're on and keep getting better.
Was that a good first step for Devontae? Do you think the role that he played in the offense on Sunday?
Yeah, it was huge. I think Devontae came in and played fast for us. You saw it last week whenever he came back and started getting some good reps. He came in with speed, was playing extremely fast, made the big catch down the right sideline for us. tight coverage, fought through contact, and was able to get his hips in front and make a nice catch downfield. Huge play in the game for us when we needed it most. So, look forward to more of that from him.
I think there was like a 3rd and long on Sunday where you had a run and you kind of had a stutter step within. When did you add that in your game?
I don't know. Gase got mad at me about that one, so we'll see if it comes back.
He wanted you to get down, or he just didn't like the stutter step?
Yeah, he didn't like the stutter stuff. He just wanted me to go out of bounds. But you gotta play the game, right?
Some more yards on the field potentially. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank
Where we can elevate somebody, and those guys know he's part of the group, and he has been, and he knows what they expect.
Didn't see Cam Wake out there today? Is he injured or resting?
Yeah, he's one of the guys that got banged up, so it's one day at a time for us with him.
Do you have any feeling on Rashad Jones and whether he'll play this week?
Well, he practiced today, so that's a good sign for us. So we'll just keep evaluating him after every practice and see how he feels, and once we get closer to the game, we'll have a better idea.
Was he close last week? What ended up happening where he didn't play?
Yeah, it's just that first week with the injury he had. He's just, he was really sore. He didn't have the strength he needed, and knowing who we were playing that game, those him and Marshawn, they find each other. So, he needed to be closer to full strength than where he was. So, it was more my call, because if it probably was up to him, he probably would have gave it a go. But we were in one of those situations where we had to make a decision.
Adam, I understand the Patriots are always dangerous, but how much more dangerous do you think they are coming home after 2 straight road losses?
Anytime you play them at their place, it's a challenge. That's why they're one of the best teams. And if you look at just the last 3 years, I think they're either 2 or 3 as far as home record. And you look at the last 15 years, it's ridiculous how well they do at home compared to everybody else. So anytime they play at home, it's a tough place to play. It's a great environment. The crowd is extremely loud, and it's a tough environment to play in.
Adam, the linebacker situation with Chase Allen down, Spate being signed, how do you feel about your backups there? I know Stephon got in last game. How do you feel about those?
We're good. This is that part of the season where you kind of hit that 4th game where you lose some guys get banged up, and we're not the only team in the league like this right now. This is pretty much 32 teams. So that's just kind of par for the course, the way that training camp is and preseason, and kind of how business is done now, to where everybody around the league is in the same spot.
The fact that you haven't injected a veteran tight end with AJ status unclear, is that just to show confidence in Gesicki and Durham Smythe have improved?
Oh, we'll have a good plan as far as what we're going to do, and we got some options if we need to. We're just where we're at right now, and we'll kind of see how the rest of the week goes.
I asked you about Kiko on Monday. Is it fair to say he's been the anchor of that young linebacker staff, or that linebacker staff, however you want to classify? Is that fair?
Yeah, he has the most experience. He's had the most production, over his career, and I think he sets the tempo for everything. He doesn't say much, but I think the way that he operates and the way he goes about it on a daily basis, it's really impressive. He's a pro. He prepares the right way, he practices the right way. Whatever he has on game day, he gives it all.
Off to his best start, would you say, in the 3 years he's had, or 2+ seasons?
I don't know. That 2016 season was pretty impressive. And we're so early in the season. We'll just kind of see how it goes. I love the fact that he's making as many plays as he has, and I feel like he's trying to be one of the guys on defense that's making the plays and being game changing.
What's the biggest thing you've learned
Coaching against Belichick.
I think probably over the years, just know that there's going to be things that you haven't seen before. There's going to be something to take away what you do well, and how are you going to adjust to it. And every time we played them, it's been different, and that's just kind of the way it is. And they do a good job of executing their game plan, and they've done a good job the last 2 years against us of really making us work for every yard we get.
Don't you think similarly about your offense? Isn't that kind of the idea, is to make something that's going to be unpredictable week to week?
You try to do that. I mean, it doesn't always work out in the game, the flow of the game sometimes, and the amount of plays that you have can kind of throw it off a little bit. So, I mean, the more plays you get, the more you can be multiple and get more guys involved and really show a good range of things defensive coaches have to prepare for leading up to the game. So, I mean, we've had a little bit of that this year, but, hopefully we can increase our play count and keep getting guys more involved throughout the game.
Did you view Devontae's game Sunday as like full capacity for him, or was it more like just getting his feet wet?
I mean, I think every week's going to be different. I think a different guy is really going to be the guy that we're talking about the next week as far as having a good game or statistically having a good game. I thought he did a really good job in the game. He didn't make any errors. He was where he was supposed to be. The ball went to him. He caught it. I mean, it was good. I mean, considering that was his first go at it, he's in really good shape. I mean, he didn't get tired in the game. He was playing fast.
And was there one specific key to defending Gronkowski, whether it's at the line of scrimmage or the first man has to hold on? Or
I mean, if I knew that, then if anybody knew that, I mean, he's a tough guy to stop. It's hard to stop elite players. I mean, you do everything you can to keep them from making those game-changing plays. It's just when you're that big and your hands are that good and you're able to do everything you need to do as a tight end, whether it be in pass protection, blocking, run blocking, route running, catching the ball, crowded area. It doesn't matter what he's doing. He does it well.
Spot or the one place where Ryan you think has improved the most since he's been back to health would be what?
Probably just the pocket presence feel, not being in there for a while. I think he's really accelerated his growth this season. He looks comfortable. He's moving around well. It's good to see him take off and run a couple times and get some really big plays for us. In situations where really they had a good defense called versus what we had called, and he made a positive play for us and got his first down. So I think that's really been a big plus for us this year.
There's something that Danny can give you, given his experience with New England, that he knows about their defense?
I think it's just with the change they had with the coordinators, and I think it's a little bit different than what it's been the last few years. So I don't know how much he can really tell us, because I'm sure what they saw in practice compared to what is going on right now, it's just different.
You get any hint that he'll be particularly emotional for this game?
I haven't sensed that from him or Brandon, so I feel like those guys are. I mean, they're professionals, man. It's been business as usual for us. I mean, I think guys are doing a good job of just locking in because they know this is the next game, and we keep talking about this, and we have been since the first week of the season. Of all our focus just needs to be on our opponent that week. Can't look ahead. Can't worry about what happened in the past, and all our energy just needs to go into focusing on what we're doing to prepare.
We talked the other day about William Hayes' injury, trying to keep his weight off the quarterback. Did you find it challenging to try to teach that technique to your players this offseason?
I think Chris he's done a good job of trying to teach what they want. I know Jordan had one where he was coming down and he rolled off and made sure he didn't put weight on the quarterback. But I mean, it's just the games happens fast, and sometimes those guys, it's just they've been doing it the same way for a long time, and they're trying to adjust. And really, that's as long as our guys are trying to use the techniques we're asking them to do. I mean, and he just got caught in a weird position.
Anticipate having Brance this week?
I would say that's highly unlikely.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the interviews. I hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, if you did, please hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, post on Facebook, whatever, hit the like button, and definitely leave me some comments, questions, concerns, anything you'd like to see or hear in the videos, stuff like that. So definitely let me know. And of course, the most important thing is subscribe. So with that said, I'll see you guys soon, and fins up.